Alright, people of Earth, welcome back to the Lazy Man's Games. I am Lazy Gamer here, doing another delve. As I said in a previous video, hopefully I'll get these in the right order. I had done a tier 3 delve because I'm leveling up. This guy is 71, and I had just made 71, and I was like, I could make new gear for my guy, but maybe I want to try and level him up to kind of demonstrate that I could that it's possible to level a character pretty easily through delves in War Within. But then I thought, that would be incredibly off-brand. So I sat down and created 6 pieces of gear with some characters that I have that brought my guy's gear level up from 350 to 723 or 423, which should make this delve incredibly easy. This is not an electro delve, which has all the different things. I also am going to get a third of a level of XP just from this delve, probably more like a half of a level, because you get XP from just finishing a delve. So I'm going to top off here, do some repairs, don't need to, go down, I'm going to pick up some candles to protect me from the evil shadow darkness stuff. I'm going to talk to Dagrin and get my pity buff. Oh, well, I got to sit back down. This is probably going to be a very easy delve, because delves are not meant to be challenging at level 71. Put a candle out there. I will go out here. Now, one of the cool things about a druid tank is you have a really good range attack that you can, see this guy, he's just tearing through stuff. Well, I'm fat fingering everything. You just do a lot of damage as a tank. When I started playing the game back in the original vanilla, way back in 2004, when the game first came out, I remember there was a lot of talk about get out of his way, get out of the way. There's a lot of talk about paladins were able to deal damage, right? They were able to do a lot of damage, and they weren't supposed to be able to DPS. That was the argument. And they were tank-like characters, and so they nerfed them, and then they nerfed them again. There was a whole round of nerfs that tanks went through, or that paladins went through. I think they even did that with warrior characters too. It seems somewhere along the line, maybe several places along the line over the last 20 years, they have decided that, everybody can just do a lot of damage, because this guy is doing tons of damage, and he's just tank spec, right? But being a druid, that's a special kind of tank spec, because druids are always supposed to be a little more utility player kind of characters, where they can do a little bit of everything. Now, anybody who's watched some of my other videos about where I'm doing characters that are doing T11s, you do not kill stuff that fast. in a T11. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Not anywhere near that. Even like dinky characters, like I'm hitting the wrong thing. Like these Cobalt Mystics. They have like 17 million health in that level of Del. And I got everything out of there. So they're not going down in like 1 or 2 hits. This game seems to have gotten a lot closer to the power curve of a game I played way back in the day called City of Heroes. It came out shortly before WoW did, and I played it for, I don't know, maybe a year. It feels like it was a year, but it may not have been that long, because I played it longer than my friends did, and one of my friends was like telling me he had switched over to WoW, and he was really liking it. And so I left because City Heroes had its own problems, and some of those problems seem to have been incorporated into World of Warcraft. It's weird how, because World of Warcraft, one of its things was it had a really good economy, right? I keep fat fingering hitting keys. And City of Heroes, they almost took pride in not having an economy, in how bad their economy was, and not doing anything, not having any kind of like economics at all in their game. Step out of this, and then I'm just gonna kind of wander around here and kill stuff, because it doesn't matter how much I aggro. I have a feeling I'm not going to have to worry about anything. Yeah. See, WoW seems to have taken on the attitude that anything prior to endgame, they really don't care about. They want people to play the endgame, and that's what they want to support, and not anything else. Like, literally. Wow. And in doing that, they're kind of like, you know, pitching everything else aside. Seems like, oh, okay. I'm getting hung up on terrain here. There should be, oh, there was another thing I should be getting over here. There's one other candle I should have gotten. While over here, because I get used to these numbers being a certain thing when I'm in a certain area, and when they aren't, it kind of freaks me out, because things are not right. Candle up. Yeah. One thing I should be doing, I'll probably have to do, you know, not have to do until I get to max level, is lead things into these traps that Bran sets out. When he's a DPS, he drops these traps that do a fair amount of damage and mess with stuff. You don't have to worry about that when you are sub 80, because almost everything just seems to be going down like crazy fast. How much stuff's gonna jump out at me? There's all these like AoE like swipe attacks do damage to everything within like a mile range of him. It's like really far. So he does like really high AoE. Let me go back over here. Get over here. I want to clean out some of this in case I die, which does not seem like it's a possibility, but you never know. I could get an underpin spawn. You never know about that guy. Yeah, there's daggering going and aggroing stuff. It's not Bran, it's daggering.
Oh, I was just thinking.
Pulling in every mob in the delve. Gold, there we go. Another way to like level up pretty quick, to quicken your leveling, is choosing the right professions. This character uses mining and herbalism, which every time you mine a node or gather herbs from a node, you get a little bit of XP, and it's actually a fair amount of XP. I was worried when I started all of this that choosing DPS Bran might be a problem, but that does not seem to be the case. He's not really taking that much damage. I mean, his armor isn't, you know, like super great, but he's also sub 80. Oh, I'm gonna go down here. Everybody. See, he'll mine here. He made 1885 XP, and that's more than he got from killing like the big mob in that group.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
You got a piece of food. Oh, and there's another one. There's another thing that he can. There you go. So you're essentially making gold because he can sell that. Let's have a look at. Yeah, you can sell a single piece of bismuth, which I've got 13 of them for almost 8 gold, and for a rank 2, the higher quality bismuth, those are 8 gold. I've only got one of those. That's an old piece from Dragonflight that's what he leveled up through. And this is like around 9 golds. That's a little more rare piece of metal. So, or ore. So he's pretty pretty set. He should be able to make quite a bit of gold, like as much as any other character if I wasn't interested in using it. But like I said earlier, I have characters that do all sorts of crafting because I have a problem. I have a problem with making alts, and that I need to feed that problem by... Oh, well, this is cool. I think the earlier one that I did of these, one thing I do is I set out all these candles that I've collected throughout the delve to try and make sure that I have a big arena where I don't have to suffer the debuff. If I go too far out, I suffer this debuff which gradually starts reducing my maximum health. So as long as I stay inside the candle width, then I put out a bunch of candles. So here we go. Let's go light this firecracker. See if we can't kill somebody here. And then I'm going to hit my big thing. And get out of this guy's thing where he's... Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to summon a Pastor's Rig that'll take away half his health. When he's... when you've got a level 80 brand, like a max level brand, and you let's do 4, see if that makes a difference. Oh yeah, we gotta hit him with Moonfire. Yeah, see, there you go. He just went down like a sack of flour. And I finished that quest too, which that's going to get me 10% of a level. So he'll be 72, or close to 73 when he gets out of this, when he gets finished with this. That will probably finish off too. One of these chests is going to have disc fragments that should... Yeah, so he's finished that quest off by doing this. So he may get 74 just from this. And the campaign will get you like up to 78 just doing that. Hello. So yeah, it's... Hello. I think we may have lag. Yeah, we hit some sort of a lag spike.
The kobolds are
There we go.
vandalizing and pillaging Morning Rise again.
I don't know what happened.
Please,
Let me turn into a bird and fly through the rain. There you have it. Another delve up, another delve down. I am going to fly back, turn in all these quests, and get my levels. And then choose some more powers that are going to make me even stronger. Leveling up shouldn't be a problem. And getting gear, I can agree with some of the sites that have been saying gearing up is kind of a problem outside of this normal like leveling process. The turbocharge thing where you're getting all these super buffs and you're getting gear drops right and left. It does make it significantly easier and faster to gear up an alt. But if you're new, you should be able to get some gear. It'll be slower, but you kind of want that. It's actually too fast, I think, for new players. And I think Bellular, one of their points was that leveling is now so fast that your gear doesn't keep up unless you're in some sort of a turbocharge event like we're in right now. So I think there's problems, but you know, it's not as serious as I think it may have been made out to be. So that's my 2 cents worth. And until I see you next time, you guys have fun playing.